Ladies and gentlemen, Adrenaline Junkie kinda was a throwaway perk. That is, before the avalanche of sandbox changes that came to us with the 30th anniversary content update. Now it's quickly becoming one of my favorite ad clearing focused weapon perks in the game. Previously, you'd gain a stacking damage bonus based on grenade kills alone, and once that buff timer expired, you'd have to wait for your grenade to come back up before you could access the perk again. You could make it work, it just never felt very practical. Now, Adrenaline Junkie works in a very similar manner to Swashbuckler, but instead of using your melee, obviously it uses your grenade. The perk grants increased handling and damage and will stack up to 5 times. Any kill with your Adrenaline Junkie weapon will net you 1 stack, while a kill with your grenade will automatically jump you up to the max 5 stacks. Once active, Adrenaline Junkie has a 4.5 second duration, which can be continually refreshed with any subsequent grenade or weapon kills. You are able to swap weapons and then swap back, and the perk will remain active, but remember, we're only working with a 4.5 second duration, so you gotta make it quick. And you're not going to be able to game the system by running 2 Adrenaline Junkie weapons. The perk's only dedicated to 1 weapon at a time, so it's not transferable to another. To check out the damage increase, as always, I will be using my favorite test dummy, Carl the Colossus. With the Battler Pulse Rifle, each bullet crits Carl for 1,031 points of damage at base. With 1 stack of Adrenaline Junkie, we're looking at 1,099. That's a 6.6% damage increase. At 2x, we're hitting for 1,168, a 13.3% damage increase. At 3x, 1,237, a 20% increase. 4x, 1,305, up 26.6%. And at 5x, we're dealing 1,374. That's up 33% from the base value. So that's a pretty healthy damage buff, and I'm really enjoying the changes to this perk. I play on Warlock about 95% of the time, and absolutely love running grenade heavy builds. So Adrenaline Junkie is a perk that just slides right in for me. I'm getting bonus weapon damage for doing something that I'm already doing. I don't need to change my playstyle, I don't need to tailor a build to get the most out of the perk. I just play the game as I normally would, and I get rewarded for it. And if you happen to play in a similar manner, I think you'll find Adrenaline Junkie is a very worthwhile perk. And being able to refresh that damage buff with weapon kills is what really makes the perk now. You're getting a lot more use and a lot more uptime out of that damage buff. As far as your weapon options, there are 34 of them currently in the game that can roll with Adrenaline Junkie. 20 primary weapons, 9 special weapons, and 5 heavy weapons. So if you want to hunt this perk down, these are the guns you're looking for. Or maybe comb through your vault and see if you have any laying around. For me personally, this perk change really breathed new life into 2 weapons for me. 1, the Grid Skipper Pulse Rifle from Season of the Splicer, and 2, Shayura's Wrath from Trials of Osiris. Grid Skipper was a pulse rifle that I always liked, but it just kind of fell by the wayside as new weapons got introduced. Shayura's obviously is a PvP powerhouse, but I never really used my Adrenaline Junkie roll on it in PvE up until this point. The common thread that these weapons share, aside from being able to roll Adrenaline Junkie, is they're both Void primaries. So for a top tree Voidwalker main like myself, both of these weapons are phenomenal pairings with Nezarec Sin, which has the ability to greatly improve your grenade uptime. More grenade uptime obviously means more access to Adrenaline Junkie's 5x damage tier right off the jump. But maybe you're not a Warlock, or maybe you're just not someone who throws a lot of stat points at Discipline. Or maybe you're just running a grenade with a very lengthy cooldown, and you could use some additional help getting that grenade back a little bit quicker. You may want to consider using a weapon with the Demolitionist perk as well. And you don't necessarily need to have both perks on the same weapon for it to be an effective pairing, but there are actually 5 weapons in the game that can roll Demolitionist and Adrenaline Junkie at the same time. We have the Last Breath Auto Rifle and the Judgment Hand Cannon from the Prophecy Dungeon, the Corrective Measure Heavy Machine Gun from the Vault of Glass Raid, the Hothead Rocket Launcher dropping from Nightfalls, and the newest and probably the most accessible, the BXR-55 Battler Pulse Rifle. I've yet to find this roll on the Battler, but believe me, I am on the hunt. The synergy between the 2 perks is almost too good to pass up. Demolitionist is going to feed your grenade refresh, and on a grenade kill, not only will Demolitionist reload your weapon, Adrenaline Junkie is going to give you the big damage buff. I definitely want this combo in my life. As I said before, I've really been enjoying the perk, but try it out for yourself. It might not be for everybody, but definitely give it a go and see if it fits into how you like to play the game. But if you did enjoy this video, like, subscribe, share it with your friends, drop a comment down below with any thoughts on the subject matter. Link to the Ironworker Gaming Discord is in the description if you want to join a great community full of awesome people. And with all that being said, you guys are awesome, and I'll catch you on the next one.